Hey guys, this is Michelle. Welcome back to the Food Health Nutrition Wealth YouTube channel. So today we're going to be making a recipe for a chocolate olive oil cake. And these are all the ingredients you're going to need along with some boiled water. So we have some olive oil, we have 3 eggs, baking soda, a little bit of salt, almond flour, Monkfruit sweetener, cocoa powder, and vanilla. So the first thing you're going to want to do is preheat your oven to 325 degrees Fahrenheit. And then now I'll show you how to do the rest of it. Let's do it. Alright guys, so the first thing we're going to do here is we're going to take a small bowl and sift in about 1 cup of cocoa powder. And this will be the beginning of it, so I'm just going to... Now we're going to add half a cup of boiling water. And we're going to stir it to make it into like a paste. So I switched to a fork. This one got the paste gets quite thick and it is mixed now. So what I'm going to do next is going to add in the vanilla and mix that in and set it aside and let it cool. Move on to the next step. So you guys can see here that once I mixed in the vanilla, it became much looser. So yeah, this is going to sit to cool down and we'll move on to the next step. So in another small bowl here, we have 1 1/4 cups of almond flour, and we're going to blend in half a teaspoon of baking soda and then a pinch of salt. And we're just going to make sure that's blended in. And then we'll set this aside and move on to our last step. So now we have a large bowl and we're going to add in 1 cup of the Monkfruit sweetener and 2/3 of a cup of olive oil and then the 3 eggs. So I'm going to blend them using a hand mixer for about 3 minutes until they get kind of opaque and a bit frothy. I'll show you what it looks like when it's all done. So you can see how nice and frothy it looks now, and it's an opaque color. At this point we're going to add in the cooled down chocolate mixture as well as the almond flour mixture and just incorporate it all in, and then we'll add it to our baking dish. So I just wanted to show you guys the consistency of the batter here. You can see it's quite loose, but all well incorporated. So this is what we're going to add into our baking dish. So what I'm going to be using is a 9-inch pie plate, and it's already greased with some olive oil. So I'm going to set this into the oven now. Like I said, it was preheated to 325. It's going to be in there for 40 to 45 minutes. And then we'll check to see that it's set on the outside and just a little bit softer in the middle. But when you put a toothpick in, it should still come out clean, maybe with a few crumbs on it. So I'll show you what it looks like when it comes out. My pan is pretty full, so I am going to put a baking sheet underneath in case I get any spillover. So you guys can see it just came out of the oven and it's nice and browned on the edges and still a little softer in the middle, but a toothpick did come out clean, so it's all good. I'm going to let it cool now, and then I'll show you what it looks like when we cut them into pieces and plate them. So guys, here's the piece of cake that doesn't have any toppings on it, so you can definitely eat it like this. It has like a fudgy center and it's quite nice when it's warm. If you are storing it in the fridge after you initially baked it, it is easy to just reheat in the microwave for about 30 seconds at like maybe 50% power and then go from there. I've also served it sprinkled with some Swerve Confectioner's sugar substitute, and that's what it looks like. But I think my favorite way of serving this cake is with a dollop of whipped cream. So that's how we pretty much had it for the most part during the week, and it's really quite nice. And if you want to make the cake yourself, here are the ingredients. It is pretty straightforward, and you can see I'll put the full details for the recipe in the description box like always. And if you're looking for the nutrition, here it is. Again, this is based on my exact recipe and amounts and the brands I use, and it could vary based on what you choose to use. But we really did enjoy this recipe. It was a nice treat to have during the week and quite easy to make. If you guys enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up, and if you aren't already, consider subscribing. I'd really like to have you join us. We do these weekly recipe videos, and I try to mix it up between dessert type recipes or dinner or lunch or breakfast recipes, so I try to give a variety. I also do weekly meal planning videos, and then also occasionally I'll do a grocery haul. So that's about it. So until next time, bye-bye.